Now question answer session. You can question me. Pull my collar if necessary. Now I am in your hands now. Let's see. Sai good. You see me now? Any problem? Okay.
Thank you very much, Professor. And now it's question and answer time. We had a box at the back of the hall, and now we're going to call Brother Shannon, who is going to ask Professor Anil Kumar the question, and he is going to answer. Thank you, sir.
Sairam, we had a... You want this? Okay. So let me make it clear, these are not my questions. These are questions that were kindly put in the box by devotees. The first question that we've chosen, with regards to surrender, how do we view self-effort? How to surrender, right? What surrender? Is that the question? First on this? Okay. With regards to surrender, how do we view self-effort? With regards to surrender, how do we view self-effort? Good question. Scientific brain, South Africa. Quite reasonable, logical. Good. First, self-effort is something left to your choice. I can read, I can eat, I can talk, I can go. All human activities are based on self-effort. But the result of it is divine will. I read and read, yet may fail, divine will. I may eat, may not digest, divine will. So the ultimate result is divine will. Our actions amount to human effort. Then what is surrender? Accepting the result for your own good as God's grace, as God's will. Because in Lord's Prayer, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. We don't say, my will be done as in heaven. You go to heaven, but your will not happen. Thy will be done. Oh God, your will be done. I pray that I accept your will, that I accept your decision, willingly, happily, is for my own good. That is surrender. Surrendering unconditionally to the divine will is the spirit of a true surrender. Am I clear? Thank you.
Saram, the next two questions relate to youth. What advice would you give for better integration between youth and adults so that there's mutual respect, understanding and love? The second question related to youth. Please help elders and youth come together. There's a great need for elders to lighten up. Please help.
Elders and youth coming together. This is not a problem of South Africa. This is a global problem. Everywhere, everywhere. Not only youth. Today, I don't know, I think you would agree with me or not, today days are such. You cannot ask your granddaughter to wear any frock of your choice. Call your grandchild, this color looks nice, you wear it. Why? Why? That comes automatically. They will never feel, let me wear that, my grandfather feels happy. No, why? And so, you see, you help grandpa, he's here, get some water. You get it. Why? Huh? Don't watch TV. You do some more. Why? Why not? So this problem is a global problem. It will be more and more and more in the years to come. You'll see that. And what is our situation today? As sons, we were silenced by our parents. Today we are silenced by our children. We never opened our mouth any time. So this coming together is a problem. And some people say generation gap. Nonsense word. And somebody said to Swami, Swami, what are your views about generation gap? What do you feel about it? He said, bogus. Nonsense. Sun rises regularly. Moon shines regularly. Seasons come in exact precision. Where is the generation gap? Because you do not want to follow elders, you take this garb, pretension in the name of generation gap. That's what Baba said. Further, he said one thing. In the name of generation gap. That's what Baba said. Further, he said one thing. Yes. Follow the elders. You should follow. And what he said is this. Peddalanna maata sadi annamunu bolu. Peddalanna maata sadannamunu bolu. Dani swikarinchavalayu. Dani swikarinchavalayu chittamandu. Atlu cheyakuna, atlu cheyakuna, hani kalugu, atlu cheyakuna, hani kalugu, satyamaina mata, ee sai mata. This is the poem composed by Swami. Peddala, whatever elders say, it is food in store for you. Whatever they say, accept. Something like a food ready. You don't need to cook. You don't need to struggle. Food ready. Open the fridge. You can eat. Don't worry. You have to follow elders. If you don't follow, you have to suffer tomorrow. This, the poem composed by Swami. Okay? Good. We go to the next question. There is great need for elders to lighten up. He said, to lighten up. To what extent? Baba is always for tighten up, not lighten up. If a boy gets low marks, I get the heavy thrashing from Swami. If a boy doesn't behave properly, his father will get it. Tighten up. So Swami is always for tightening up. Spare the rod and spoil the child. Spare the rod and spoil the child. In their younger days, we have got to be strict with all the love. So you should see Swami. If he is displeased with anybody, elders or youngsters, he won't talk. He won't talk. But love is there. As Swami starts coming from there, he will see everybody. First he will see those whom he wants to avoid. Or else how can he avoid you? He should see you first to avoid you. So he will see there only. If these fellows are there, He'll take diversion that way. He'll watching from there. That's one way of treatment. The second way of treatment, you are seated there. He wants to tighten up. What do you do? You talk to the next boy. How are you? How are your parents? When did you come? When is your sister getting married? Only to make this fellow cry. Not that extra grace on him. That fellow thinks, Swami, no, illa. Only to tighten up this fellow. He does it. Second type of treatment. The third type of treatment. If he wants to tighten up, what he will do? He goes on scolding the other man. You fellow, you are stupid, you are idiot, you are useless. They are meant to him, not to him. Wrong address. So, Swami is always for tightening up so that we will behave properly. He gave such a tightening up process to me that I wanted to pack off immediately. Really. In Vrindavan, once it so happened, he mentioned, don't give work to these fellows. I took it casually. And then that list is given to Swami. In that list, 2 names are found whom he never wanted. He took that paper and threw it on my face. Aha! I heard that language which I never expected from God. Tada, tada, firing. Then I thought, better I go. He's not the place for me to live. Better I go. Pack off. I can sing His glory from a native place, not under hot sun or in burning fire. Why? From a distance He is light. Quite close to Him, He is warmth. Near Him, He is fire. You'll get burned. So I wanted to go. This is not the place. Then I came home, listening to my experience. All were crying at home in chorus, including my mother. The next day you should see Swami. He was doing bhajan. Usually 5 to 6 bhajans. He takes Sarati and goes. That day, I bent my head, did not look at him, chhod do. And I was watching, I know, Divine Romance, I know. When he started looking at me, I took. When he turned his head like that, I look at him. This was going on. And then he did not take Harati and he left. Next day, we had to distribute badges to students. And Kumar, come here, give badges. Distribute badges. Compromise slowly. And then I distributed. Then he said, when are you going to give lecture, sir? You know, lecturing is my weak point. So he wanted me to give a talk. Next day, second talk is necessary. And then third day he sent bag full of dresses, fruits, saris to everybody. And it's all tightening up is an expression of love. Caring for you. They love, that's why they tighten. Never misunderstand your parents. A word to all youth in particular. Never misunderstand your parents. They are tighten, get up. So that you will brighten up. Tighten up today will brighten up your career tomorrow. If they lighten up today, you'll deteriorate and you lose all that is in store for you. Thank you.
The next question is always a question asked in South Africa. Is it acceptable for devotees to eat meat and hold office? I'll take the other question.
Is it acceptable for devotees to eat meat and hold office? It means if you don't hold office, you can eat meat. This question says, if you hold office Can you eat meat? Meaning, we don't hold office. Have meat only. What does it mean? Let us change this. Meat eating or non-vegetarianism can be shifted to vegetarianism slowly. Not from tonight. Tonight I will be vegetarian. Tomorrow you will start with breakfast. Don't do that. Slowly, slowly, the body should get accustomed. Slowly shift to vegetarianism. Not only for those who hold office, it is important to everybody. The recent scientific investigations say the blood pressure, cholesterol, heart problems will be more to those people that are non-vegetarians. Another point, vegetarianism does not mean only vegetables, not simply eating. All that you hear should be vegetarian, meaning good listening. All that you see should be vegetarian, good looks. Some fellows look like that, you feel embarrassed. Why that fellow is looking at you? What's wrong with him? That is non-vegetarian looks. The vegetarian looks will make you comfortable, love him. Non-vegetarian looks will make you run away from him. Your talk should be soft and sweet, vegetarian. Some people shout harsh, that's non-vegetarian. So, vegetarianism does not necessarily mean food, no. Scenery, sight is a food to the eye. Sound is food to the ear. Thought is food to the mind. Therefore, five senses draw food from the world. But we think food only, food only. No, no, no. That's all food also. And I know some of the vegetarians, most horrible creatures. The non-vegetarians are much better. They are very compassionate, they are very kind, understanding. The so-called vegetarian is worse than a snake. Not that I am encouraging non-vegetarianism, certainly not. My idea is, for health grounds, slowly shift to vegetarianism, so that you will be healthy. You know, the elephant is a vegetarian, the mightiest animal. And then vegetarianism will also balance of mind, not that passion, that anger, that will lessen its intensity. So slowly, slowly, but make other senses also equally vegetarian. Thank you.
Due to time constraints, we'll just deal with two more questions. Professor, the question is around marital discord. Marriages are breaking. How does a woman reconcile a family after 30 years of marriage where there's arrogance and pride between husband and wife?
Oh, good. This question, breaking of the families, and how a woman to reconcile because of family breaking after 30 years, is equally a problem to man also. Why is a woman? In fact, man is more dependent on woman than woman depending on the man. They are clapping, you see. We don't want to clap because we depend on them. Why? Because nobody on earth knows you as much as your wife. Because the sight of a wife is X-ray sight. See you, see through. She reads your mind between the lines. So, And we depend, because she knows your taste. Supposing senior son with grown-up children, you go to your son or a daughter, you want very hot coffee at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning. You are not free to tell her, daughter-in-law. She said, Uncle, can't you wait till 8 o'clock? Because we get up at 7:30. You want 6 o'clock, why can't you wait? What's on? Son will come and say, you are retired, why do you want 6 o'clock? You are retired. You are not going to the office, is that clear? He takes extra liberty. You are not free with your own son. You are not free with your own daughter-in-law. You are not free with your own daughter, because son-in-law break is there. You are not free with your son-in-law. Whereas wife, without telling her, she knows what you want. She knows what you want. So this question saying, how the wife would reconcile after breaking 30 years, man has to reconcile, useless fellow. Because he is more dependent on her. Impossible to live without her. A woman may carry her life without a man. Man cannot carry his life without a woman. Cannot carry her. Life becomes very heavy, tiresome. But occasionally we fight, yes. Arguments, fighting, yes. That increases bondage more. Sir, we never fought with each other, means you never lived together. If you live together, there will be fighting. If you never live together, there will be peace. It's not like that. Therefore, though there is like that, doesn't matter. That there's harmony in life. There's harmony in life. See, daytime hot, nighttime cool, 24 hours. So, both come, day, night. Similarly, fighting, understanding, fighting, understanding. That is what marriage is. Okay. The greatest sadhana of spiritual practice is to maintain balance in life. That's what reconciliation is. Some people run away from family life thinking that spiritual sadhana. Useless fellow number one. If you cannot maintain balance here, what do you do in the forest? Better fall from the hilltop. Then marriages are breaking. Why marriages break? Marriages break because, point one, people, youngsters, the boys and girls, make selection on their own. That's the first mistake they do. Even if they select, they need parents' consultation. Grandparents' consultation, more important. Just a family affair, I can tell you. I'm sure that you don't misunderstand me. At 50 years ago, when I was to be married, my grandmother, highly critical. If she goes anywhere, she will ask that girl to walk first, whether she can walk properly or not. She would ask her to bring some glass of water, if his hand shakes or not. And then she inquires, how is your father? No, ma, we lost my father. Oh, why did he die? What is it called? If there is any contagious diseases, family history, then they will say, okay. So, but even if you select youngsters, because days are different today, because you want to select based on their profession, compatibility, understanding. I know the times are changing. You can select, but consult parents, consult grandparents. I know that you don't like this, but yet I had to say, families are breaking for this reason, because we don't consult. Marry in haste, repent later. That's what happens. And second thing, lack of understanding. One should understand each other. It's not that you should be understood. She also needs to be understood. Not that she to be understood. You also need to be understood. So, lack of understanding There is a cause for lack of adjustment. That is the second thing, breaking. And 3, non-compatibility. Now, this man, supposing, is a man of satisfaction, contentment. That lady wants whole Johannesburg. Let me buy whole thing. Non-compatibility. But I'll give you a solution. What is solution? When once you come to Baba, when once you attend bhajans, everything will be calm and quiet. Everything will be balanced. I know how Swami brought together the broken families. One lady, one gentleman stayed there. I'll give my own example. I stayed there in Puttaparthi. Whenever we go, we forget time and date. That is the trouble with Puttaparthi. We forget time and date. Only Swami, Swami. I used to stay there. Suddenly Swami comes there. Right, why are you here? You go back. What? By the time I come home, I ask her, why, what happened? Why Swami shouted that I should go back? She said, I cried in front of Swami's picture that you fellows staying there, I have to take care of the family and in-laws and all. How long? Swami, this fellow is staying there, please kick him out of that place. So Swami comes and tells you. So he knows how to bring people together. And he doesn't want the husband to stay there, overstay. He doesn't want wife to be separated because of religion. It is irreligious. So Swami is best. Those who are in trouble, those whose marriages are likely to be shaken, the easiest homeopathic remedy. Why did it say homeopathic? Sweet treatment. It's not harsh. Attend bhajans. Read Swami literature. Be cheerful. Everything will be smooth, soft and fine. Thank you. Thanks for all lovely questions. Let's all give them big hand to those questions. Wow.